Hey Virgo, Megan Lynn here. Holy shit, my heart bleeds for you guys today. I'm just feeling it. I have a moon in Virgo. I definitely understand where Virgo comes from. I wanted to do a video for you guys. I feel like a lot of the time, Virgos, you guys get not only overlooked, but you guys just get people thinking you're unemotional. People thinking because a Virgo is analytical that they're not emotional. And I feel like most of my clients are Virgos, actually, Virgos and Capricorns. But it's not true. Because you guys are analytical, you're logical, you guys are hard workers. Because, you know, if you think about your dueling sign, your duality is Pisces. And I know I talk a lot about being Venus and Pisces, but I connect with Virgos very strongly. Because you guys are, your dueling signs, your polar opposites, you actually carry those traits with you. So you have to think about it. At the core of a Virgo is somebody who wants emotional fulfillment in their special little way, just like a Pisces, in their special little way. They want emotional fulfillment. They focus on material things. They're very subtle when they are giving their love to somebody. They do it, they show it in subtle ways and then hope that that subtlety is appreciated. So anybody taking a Virgo or Venus in Virgo for granted, like, just so you know, the value that comes with them when a Virgo invests in somebody, it's very hardworking. They're willing to work through problems. I feel like something happened with Virgo, and it's funny because I did your guys' reading. I did a Virgo reading back in May. And you guys were on your come up. I feel like you guys are getting very successful when it comes to work again. And I feel like there was kind of, because Virgo's always working, and then they peak and they feel unfulfilled a little bit, and then they start a new venture. I feel like you guys started something new. And I pulled the cards, and it honestly seemed very emotional. You had a lot of drainage when it came to your emotions and your cups. So I just wanted to I wanted to, it's funny because the words that come to my head are, we do not compute. And it's with some situation that you're dealing with somebody right now who you can't compute. You can't compute their behavior. You can't, and this is your analyticalness. You can't understand what's going on with this person, why they're acting the way that they are, why your work situation's going a certain way. I feel like this has a lot to do with the shadow phase and Mercury in retrograde. I feel like something got shaken up and you're kind of disabled and you have to, or disheveled, and you have to kind of get your feet back on the ground a little bit again. But I feel like it's definitely going to happen. If anybody can get their feet back, it's a Virgo. Honestly, Virgos are freaking superhumans. So, anybody who takes you guys for granted takes advantage of you. You guys are good people. So, I'm gonna start reading the cards. I'm sorry, I'm having my coffee today because I don't compute. I'm so tired. I'm working. I'm covering for somebody at work again, which is fine. I like being at work, but it's so much shit has been going on, and this Mercury retrograde, this one's especially special. I feel like definite come-ups and come to Jesus moments, and I feel like a lot of people are going through some stuff. So, for Virgo, cheers. For Virgo, I'm going to pull the first card for Virgo, August 2018 reading. You have the Judgment card. Can't make this shit up, you guys. The Judgment card. I feel like this is you, and if you can't really see it you can see it in the card. There's a cat here, and then there's like there's a cat in the stars. I feel like this is almost to Leo, so you could be dealing with a Leo, but I feel like it is a Mufasa moment from Lion King. Mufasa from Lion King, when he goes, Simba, remember who you are. I feel like this is you guys. I feel like you're coming to some sort of internal resolution, or not you had an internal conflict. I feel like you're coming to a resolution about the situation and knowing who you are. I definitely feel like this is a very good card. I feel like you guys are coming into a knowing of who you are. You're making judgments. You're making judgments on a person or a situation or decisions at work. But I feel like it's going to be in your favor because it's honestly, judgment to me is clarity. It's also, it can be divorces. I feel like maybe some of you are breaking up with somebody or you're divorcing somebody, but I feel like you guys are coming into a true knowledge of this is who you are and this is who this person, or this is how this person's been behaving. This is the truth to it. Because the funny thing is, people think that Virgos are not they're analytical and they're not emotional. They're constantly analyzing. Don't ever think for 2 seconds that a Virgo is not aware, because they're constantly trying to analyze your behavior. They're constantly trying to analyze where you're coming from, and sometimes it comes off as not being emotional. This is some sort of judgment you guys are coming to. So I feel very good for you. I feel like you're coming into it. No, this is who I am, and this is who you're being. And I feel like you're not standing for shit anymore. I don't know who you're dealing with, but because you have the Six of Pentacles, you guys are in your come up. Six of Pentacles is very good. So you guys are coming to, it looks like you made a change. So whether you're moving away from a work situation or a person, you guys, and this is financially too, I feel like because you're making this change, or you made this change, or you will be soon, it's going to help you out financially, because you're moving away from this situation, from this individual. You guys are going to start to see a change in your finances. You're going to start to see betterment. So I definitely feel like when it comes to any sort of work situation, like I feel like it can be a lot about work. I feel like this is more like an emotional. I feel like you're also making changes when it comes to your emotions, and feeling full when it comes to your emotions, and this current situation has not done that for you. So I feel very, very good with Six of Pentacles, because you're like on your way up, and you will get there, promise. So because you want the Nine of Cups. Yep, emotional fulfillment. I can't make this shit up. Like, I pull the cards and then I don't even honestly look at them, but this is the Nine of Cups, you guys. You guys are wanting real emotional fulfillment, and it has to be somebody. You guys have a very special cocktail for your love. You have a very special blend. It takes somebody very special to appeal to you and to understand you, and I feel like this is what you guys want. It's also your wishes fulfilled card emotionally, so you guys will get that. You're going to get emotional fulfillment when it comes to the Nine of Cups. So this is definitely, any sort of nines is wishes fulfilled, but the Nine of Cups is just emotional fulfillment. You guys are moving towards happiness. This is so good for you guys. So whatever you're moving, you're definitely moving away from something. It's going to be wishes fulfilled. So don't even worry about it. I feel like you guys are kind of seeing it too. So whether or not you've been dealing with this, like, I feel like it's a relationship, but if it's a work situation too, it's not been emotionally fulfilling. You guys are working towards that, and it's so funny because I just said with the Virgos, people just don't think you guys are emotional, when in fact you guys really are. At your core is very emotional, and I read a Virgo the other day, and she was very matter of fact, and she's always been very to the point, and it's funny, my energy projects in, and I made her cry, and I said, you are such a ball of emotions, and it's so beautiful. And she goes, how do you know that about me? I just because you guys look like beast on the outside, you guys are little like marshmallow insides. So because there you go, Five of Pentacles in reverse, because you're coming out as who you are. You're coming out of financial cold. I feel like this situation has depleted you financially. It's also depleted you emotionally. This was not making a decision or not making a change, and I feel like you guys are making that decision and that change with the Judgment. You guys are definitely coming out of financial cold. You're coming out of financial ruin. I feel like a lot of Virgos took hard hits when it came to investments right now, but you guys are going to be coming out of that. So don't even worry about that, guys. Like, this is really good. Because, yeah, Two of Swords. Two of Swords is making decisions. You guys weren't making decisions, or maybe you made a wrong decision, whether it was to pursue, not a wrong, I don't like to say wrong, but whether you pursued people who were not good to be around, or you pursued opportunities that, it's like when you invest in something, whether it's a relationship or an actual financial investment, it looks like you guys invested in something that didn't pan out, something fell through, and you were blinded. Like, this cat has a blinder on him. He has a little bandana surrounding his eyes. You didn't see it coming. I feel like you guys didn't see a lot of this coming. Maybe it wasn't a fair situation, but I feel like you guys blindly walked into it, or you had blind faith about the situation. Like, you were so enthusiastic about the prospect of this panning out that you just kind of blindly put your trust into it, maybe without getting all the facts, or not calculated. You guys compute and you calculate, but I feel like you miscalculated. And that's because you guys do have big heart, and I don't care what people say. You guys do have big hearts. So you can throw yourself into situations that maybe are not in your best interest. I feel like that's exactly what happened. You also have a half moon here. The half moon is half truths. So maybe you guys were in a relationship with somebody who was telling you half truths, or they were investing half their self, or something like that. I definitely feel like that with this card. Because you have the Sun. I think that you really saw a prospect or an opportunity for happiness in this situation. You could also be dealing with a Leo, and I feel like a Pisces. For some reason, Virgos get with Leos a lot, and I don't know why. But I see that you saw the prospect or the opportunity for abundance when it came to this investment, when it came to this emotional investment with a relationship or with work. You saw this prospect of happiness, and I feel like you could have had happiness, but it was never going to happen because this person or this situation. How do you get a half moon and a sun together? Like, I'm the sun, dude, and you're a half moon, and I feel like it's kind of a pitiful prospect. Like the sun does not deserve a half moon. Like, the sun is a huge being, a huge entity. I feel like you guys invest a lot when you guys do decide to work on things or things like that, and this little, like, half moon, there's a lot of deception there. So the thing is that you were not going to have happiness there, because you deserve more. You're the sun mass moon. So moving forward, and the sun is a major arcana too. Like I said, you could be dealing with a Leo or a Pisces. Lack of happiness. You got the 10 of Cups in reverse. You could never be happy in this situation, and it wasn't due to lack of effort on your part. You're just dealing with the wrong person. You're dealing with people with secrets, with nasty behavior. This is what you get, the 10 of Cups, and you can't expect anything more. The sun can get drained because you have I call them success suckers around you. Like, they just can't be happy for your success. Virgos go to work to do their work. That's the thing I love about you guys. You guys are very straightforward and direct, and Virgos don't think like other people think. Virgos go to work to go to work. They get their shit done, and like I've said this before, they get accolades for it, and then people are jealous, and they're like, dude, I've just kept my head down this whole time and done what I'm here to do, and you're jealous of my success. I feel like that a lot of this is going on with even your partners. I think your partners could be jealous of your success too. So I actually feel very good for you guys, because you guys have moved away from this. This will get turned back up real quick, because if a Virgo is great at come-ups. Virgo is great at, all right, here's my reality. moving forward. So definitely feel very good for you guys because you had the Ace of Cups in reverse. You're having a little bit of struggle with trying to move forward. And being emotionally drained. I feel like you've had a lot of potential for new starts, and this person or this work situation has held you back. I definitely feel like you guys will be turning that cup right side up. And this has to do with the change that's coming to you guys. So I feel very good for this. It's funny because this is like seen negatively. You're having, I feel like false starts. Either false starts with a person or false starts with like a work situation. Like maybe you were supposed to, like your boss kept telling you about a new opportunity and you kept they kept saying, maybe it was something on the horizon. Like it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have this opportunity for this position to open in your department, and I really think you'd be a good fit for it. And you got all excited, and for some reason they didn't. It's like you keep asking about the job. You're like, well, is that position coming available, or and then they're like, oh yeah, it's coming. Yeah, this person's gonna leave really soon, and then they just like never do. I feel like a lot with this, but I feel like because you made this shift, you made this change, I feel like you cut somebody out, whether you quit a job or you're going to be breaking up with somebody, this will get turned back up. So I feel really good for you guys for that, because let's see, yeah, the Empress in reverse. I feel like this is a lot of overbearing motherly energy with Empress. Maybe you have somebody who's holding you back and it was a female. You guys are not in your Empress, and that being in the situation has taken you out of your own self-worth, your own self-knowing. You guys are an Empress. Virgos are honestly master teachers. This has taken you out of that situation. It's depleted you a lot. Moving away and making this change, I promise will put you back in the Empress. So this is an awesome card. And then, like I said, Empresses, Knights, Kings, they don't have reverses. They only have come-ups. And I feel like you guys are going to be on a come-up. It might be a little bit halted with the Mercury retrograde, though. But don't worry. It's coming. I promise. And this is the waiting card. You guys are no longer waiting. Don't wait. Like, if I can say anything for you guys, this card here is like when you've actively put out messages, or sent your ships out and you're waiting for them to come back. I feel like you guys are cutting off communication or I feel like you're a resource for somebody, whether it was financially or for emotional or sexual validation. I feel like you guys are cutting that off. You guys aren't waiting anymore. So feel really good for you guys in July. It's just going to be a little bit halted because we have Mercury retrograde. Virgo's getting hit a little bit harder than some of the other signs right now, and my heart bleeds for you guys. But you're going to be fine. And I know that because I'm Moon in Virgo. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. I'll be doing these. I think I'm trying to do more videos that are that, and then that are just like monthlies, and then like a mid-monthly. So if you guys have any question, cheers, Virgo. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.